To all people that don't recognize this live, it's gonna be the most powerful live you ever seen in your life. Welcome to the YouTube channel. Welcome. They brought the feature back. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the YouTube Live Jesus Street Preacher. We are back with another live video. And we got to get into it because there's so much to talk about and a little time to do it in. So I'm going to get to it. As you can see, this brother oh my God, man, this brother have passed away. People trying to figure out what happened to him. Right now, it's so much going on in this case. Like, we have to be able to find the truth. And nothing but the truth shall help us, God. This brother didn't have to die the way he died. There's new updates that says video circulating around about him being beat down by these men. He was being beat down by these men, and then Officer Tatum made a video. If anybody know who Officer Tatum is a YouTuber. His name is Officer Tatum. He made videos about Nolan Wells, and he said that, they're not telling the truth. They're lying. They're trying to make it a big deal out of nothing. This man died of drowning. The devil is inside it. The devil is here, man. He's come to kill, steal, and to destroy. You feel me? And he didn't have to die like that. Look. Dang, bro. Oh, God. There you go. He didn't have to die like that. This man died brutally. You feel me? And I truly believe that it's much more to the story. Like, I don't like the videos that Officer Tatum made because it was like you trying to downgrade this man's death. This man died that day, and we trying to figure out what happened. You feel me? The FBI is on this, the FBI is there, the DEA even trying to get involved. And the things I don't understand is the time and the location of the body. You feel me? Not only that, why people not taking this seriously? Why people not, looking at this man as if this was their child? How you guys doing? Welcome to the live stream. Today's topic is about Nolan Wells. You feel me? This brother still is a mystery. He still is a mystery, and I'm not gonna give up until we solve this mystery. You feel me? This still is an ongoing situation that we don't know what's going on. But at the same time, we get new information about the situation. We get new updates and everything. His friends, Nolan Wells' friends, is not really good friends because you left them in the boat or you left them in the ocean. You feel me? That's what the claim they say. He drowned and that was it. But there's a new video that surfaced of boys beating up a black young man. His face is in the sand. I don't know if the video is real or not, but the boy was just being beat down. You see what I'm saying? And this is what the world has come to. People are being desensitized by the fact of, they don't care. If it don't affect you, you don't care about it. And I truly believe that, this brother and family should get justice like any other of our family members that ever was murdered or ever went through a situation. It's time for us to get justice, because if he don't get justice, they're going to keep doing the same thing. And this is what's wrong with the world today. The world is desensitized to a lot of things. You see what I'm saying? We don't condone murder on this chat. We don't condone murder because this man was murdered. The way his body was laid out. The way his body was found. He was going missing for a couple of days. His friends don't know nothing. The way his autopsy came was kind of like a little odd. A lot of things are odd about this case. A lot of things doesn't make sense when it comes down to this type of field. You feel me? So I just urge people to, protect yourself at all times. Be careful, because You don't know what tomorrow may bring. This man was an athlete. He was in school, he was in college, and then next thing you know, he's in the ocean dead. You feel me? And that's not something that's normal. This man want to commit suicide. He didn't want to die, but yet he is. Here he is. He's dead and gone, man, within a blink of an eye. You want to be careful of the people you hang around. You want to be careful of the people that you associate yourself with, because everybody that you talk to is not going to be in your best interest. Everybody you hang out with may not be your best friend. So be careful who you call your friends, and be careful who you are around, because the energies can shift. You could be around a friend, and then next thing you know, your friend get jealous of you, and they want to take you out. You might be going through a situation where you might be around somebody that you feel like is your mother, is your father. You got to be careful of your own family members, because everybody is not in your best interest. Somebody said everyone knows they can't swim. Y'all can't swim, but it's out of the ordinary to drown. It's just, I can swim. You feel me? I don't understand why a lot of black brothers can't swim. I can swim in the ocean. I've been through the ocean. I actually used to surf. You see what I'm saying? In the ocean, I used to go out there in the ocean and surf. So I understand that swimming is very important. But this man didn't die from drowning, because the autopsy came back. They couldn't even do the autopsy on his throat, because they already took some of the body parts out. So I can't say that he drowned. That's just a assumption. You don't want to make assumptions according to somebody dying. But I will say this, is that something is weird behind the scenes of this. This is like another Cain and Abel. Like, this is a serious deal, and people not taking it seriously. When you got situations like this, you want to involve the FBI. You want to involve the big people to come in and do the forensics, do the videotapes and all these different things, because it has been a videotape that have surfaced of him him being jumped and beat up pretty bad. You see what I'm saying? So somebody said you gotta wait for the original autopsy to come, and that's what we waiting on, because the first autopsy was kind of weird. They took the body parts out of there. His body, which they say it was a normal deal, but at the same time, I don't believe nobody should die like he died. You feel me? That right there is fishy to me. That his friends wouldn't even, if this your friend, why would you want him? Why won't you call the police? You called the police, but the conversation that you had with the police was kind of out of the ordinary. You feel me? Like, why won't you, do anything to help your friend if this is your friend? So a lot of times people try to make it a race deal. I don't try to lean to the race card, black and white and all this stuff like that, because black people kill black people, white people kill white people kill black people. It's a spirit. You feel me? So I can't lean and say, oh, this was a racist. It wasn't Mississippi. Mississippi is a terrible state. Mississippi is a terrible state. You feel me? So at the end of the day, it's not even about, the fact that Nolan Wells was a black man. It's the fact that the way he died was kind of odd. You feel me? The way he died was kind of like weird. And that right there, it trips me out, because it gives me an insight about how the world is. If a black person died, black people run to the first thing they'll do is run to the race card. And I don't agree with that. I don't agree with the race card being played. You feel me? Because, black people kill white people all the time, man. It's just a spirit to me. If you really look at it, it's just another entity that's trying to take over and desensitize us from being, from us being sensitive to matters like this. Because this man had a family. You feel me? He had somebody that cared about him. And that's what it is. Like, if I have a son, I'm going to let my son know exactly what not to do, where not to go. You feel me? So it's really about the fact that this man died in a horrific way. And it's like nobody is talking about it, nobody caring about it. Like, what's going on in society right now? You see what I'm saying? Something got to be going on. You feel me? So it's just the way life is, man. You gotta just be mindful of things. Be careful because people, man, it's crazy out here. And it is crazy out here in this world. You'll be one day you'll be here, next day you gone. Somebody say 911 call say this. Oh, exactly. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and spirits of good and evil. I don't feel you. If you don't feel me, get off the chat. I'm not begging nobody to stay on here. You know what I'm saying? That's what people gotta realize. Ain't nobody begging for your attention, bro. If you know me, if you know my YouTube live, you know my story. I'm not gonna explain myself to anybody, but I do want to share my testimony. You feel me? When I started my YouTube live, I didn't beg nobody to like or subscribe. I'm not the streamer that does that. I'm just being myself. You feel me? So when I started my YouTube live, I remember that nobody was watching the chat. Like I had 0 people in there, but I still was pushing like 1,000 people, 2,000 was in this chat. I didn't care about likes. You feel me? I remember it was one person in here, one subscriber that's been with me from day one. You feel me? That liked the chat and was still with me to thick and thin. You feel me? So I never will beg for people for liking my videos, like or liking my chats. I'm just being me. I'm just telling you my story. I'm telling you exactly how I feel about the situation. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't like what I'm saying, you can freely get. It's the United States of America. You can freely leave the chat if you understand what we talking about, and if you want to chime in, go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? I remember when my daughter was in the hospital dying from HLA, at the time she had a heart condition. And my daughter was dying in the hospital. And I remember I had no subscribers. I had 0 subscribers. I didn't beg people. I kept doing what I did. I took care of my family. You see what I'm saying? My daughter. I kept being me, doing exactly what God got me doing on my YouTube. And next thing you know, I got 1 subscriber. I'm just like I Shadow Speed say. I had 1 subscriber, 2 subscribers, 3 subscribers. Next thing you know, I got 4. I remember when nobody would watch the chat. You know how long it took me to get 1 subscriber? A year. You feel me? It took a whole year for me to get 1 person to even like the video. So if I got 41 people or so in a chat and they don't want to like it, I can't put a gun to their head and do it. I'm talking about Nolan Wells. Nobody cared about what's going on behind the scenes. I'm talking about this man dying by violence. And the world is not caring about it. A world is trying to let it go and pass away. No, I'm standing up and saying, hey, something not right with the situation. This young man died by the hands of violence. You feel me? So what are you talking about? We ain't talking about likes and clicks and subscribers. Did I ask you to subscribe? Did I ask you to like the chat? I'm talking about this man that died by violence. And this is what's going on with our youth. Our youth is being desensitized because people trying to play the race card. The black people talking about, the white people blaming everybody. But at the end of the day, the politicians, the governments is not doing anything about saving people, not doing anything about the homeless people on the streets, not doing anything about society. But you talking about, we not talking about subscribers and likes. You don't have to subscribe to my channel. I'm talking about people that's dying every day, bro. This is not a joke. You feel me? Because if it was you on a t-shirt, then you would want somebody to stand up for you, correct? So come correct with me. I'm not about to sit up here and let you ridicule and what God told me to do. I'm telling you exactly what's going on with the world. The world is in chaos and just nothing but chaos right now. And what we as people need to do, instead of being in emotions and feelings, we need to stand up because this consistently can keep happening. School is about to start in August. And I'm concerned with the school industry right now. I'm concerned with the elementary schools, bruh. I'm concerned as a dad, as a father. I have kids. And school is about to start. And the United States is on the #1 list of school shootings, bruh. In Florida and Texas, especially Florida and Texas. It's going to happen again. So This whole thing is about warning you and letting you know it's deeper than just race. People try to make it race. People try to say, oh, it's black against whites. No, bro. It's not black against whites. It's an entity, the devil, which is getting into people to do certain heinous things. And this is why we need people to stand up and be real and let people know the truth. Because this young man died. And it's not his family. Think about his family. Think about what they're going through. You feel me? Think about all the things they are going through. This woman is crying her eyes out. His mother was crying her eyes out, man. Do you understand what it like to lose a child, bro? You see what I'm saying? My daughter was in the hospital fighting for her life. Man, I had to be there with my daughter through thick and thin. Do you think that wanted her to suffer, bro? I would win and put my life on the line for my daughter. I don't care about nobody liking me. I'm going to tell her what the truth is because I understand what that mother feel like. I know what it means to lose somebody that's close to you. You feel me? You might not understand what it means to lose nobody close to you, but I understand how I feel, bro. When you lose somebody in the world, just don't stop. You get what I'm saying? And you really love that individual, you'll do everything in your power to save somebody that you really most love, bro. So, a lot of people don't really understand. And it's not for everybody to understand what life is. This is a life. This is somebody's son, somebody's daughter, somebody's grandson. We got to have some sensitivity about what happened. We got to have some kind of feeling. This is a soul, bro. This is a soul that was in that body. I'm thinking on a deeper end. I'm not thinking on a fixed state of end. You feel me? Somebody said, therefore, it's bloodline, the Edomites created color, and y'all are cooked. If this was black on black crime, we wouldn't hear it. Come on now. That's what it is. Do you know how many black people, children, at the age of 5, dying by gun violence in Chicago? Dying from gun violence in Atlanta, Georgia. When guns go off, man, people die. Because them bullets got to travel. So, yes, if this was a black on black crime, it will be nobody would have said nothing. But since it's a black and a white person involved, the media, CNN, CBS, all these news media is making this story to try to make a race situation out of it, to get more money out of it. You feel me? I understand that, white people have their certain ways. I understand that black people have their certain ways. But if we don't come together as a community and look at this on a deeper end, more people gonna be going just like this. Because the key is not to murder or hurt nobody. It is to protect our children. Like I just told you, school is about to start back. In August, September, school is going to start back. How many more school shootings we're going to have? How many people going to die just like this young man died? It's going to be more stories like this. This ain't nothing yet. You feel me? I'm telling you, there's going to be another school shooting somewhere. And I'm pretty sure that if you got children in school, man, take them out of school and put them in homeschool. You feel me? Homeschool is better than public school anyways. If you have the means to do that, do that. Because everybody don't have the money to be able to put their children in homeschool. I really believe that every child in the United States should be in homeschool. Because school has become so dangerous and so messed up and so filthy that people, their minds are messed up. So I say that Nolan Wells was around people that he felt like he was comfortable around. You ain't gonna be around nobody that you don't feel uncomfortable around. This man was around people that he felt like he trusted into. But I truly believe that he misjudged something happened that day because it was an argument between him and somebody else. They lied and said it was an argument between him and another person. Or it was 2 other people arguing. No, it was him arguing because they took his phone. Next thing you know, his phone ends up at the friend house. The mother calling his phone, trying to get his phone, trying to find her son. The dad trying to find her son. And then next thing you know, she goes to the friend house, knocks on the friend door. They give her the phone. She asked them where Nolan Wells is. They said they don't know where Nolan Wells is at. Then next thing you know, they cleaning the boat at 3 o'clock in the morning. There's videos, there's pictures being shown. Nobody know what to believe. FBI in the situation. News is taking things. What the news do is take stories and twist the stories up. That's why you don't want to talk to the news, because the news have an agenda to push, and the news and the media and the governments want to push an agenda against whites against blacks. But black people, white people are so egotistic, they can't understand that if we come together as one, we'd be the most powerful people on the planet Earth. If we come together and we stop fighting against each other, because me fighting against a white person because they did me bad in the slavery time, they did us bad during the Jim Crow laws. That was the past, man. We in 2026. I was not born during the Jim Crow laws. I was not born during slavery. When I look at a white person, I look at a black person the same. They are human beings with a soul and blood in their body. We got blood in our body just like each other. Why are we fighting against each other? Because of race? Because of black people, white people feel like, oh, I don't like the black because the color of his skin. That's so stupid and childish. Let's get out of that race mindset and let's stand together and figure out what's going on. Because if this is a child at the end of the day, this man was 18, 20 years old. So he was still, to me, he's still a child. I'm 29. He was 18. He was definitely in my sister's generation. You feel me? And I feel like that this brother didn't have to die the way he died, man. You get what I'm saying? Take religion out of this and let's think on a logical thinking. Because if we don't think on a logical thinking, we'll start thinking things that's not right. Because the media and the social media is putting these things in our head and causing us to believe all kind of stuff. Like the YouTuber Jason Officer Tatum is a demonic man to make this thing a race deal. Officer Tatum, if you looking at this is not a race deal. This man died some kind of way, and we trying to figure out how did this young man die, because we trying to stop future things from happening. We got to make an example, because if we don't, other people it's gonna keep happening over and over again. It's gonna keep polluting the land. You see what I'm saying? And I urge people, be careful who you hang around. Be careful who you hang around. Be careful exactly who you spend your time with. Because you don't know who's around you, who got bad intentions. That's why the Bible say, try the spirit to see whether there be a God. Because many false prophets are going out to the land. You want to be careful of who you associate yourself with. It's happening. It's been happening for 5 years. Overstand this. Yeah, it's a bloodline of Esau, Edom. I hope they get the host to sense he loves them. Unite my Caucasian brothers and sisters. For too long, the black man has kept us down. Racism met through rest. You don't hire a civil rights lawyer to take on a criminal case. That's facts. I don't understand why they do that. Missing organs are unacceptable before the investigation ended. Yeah, that's facts. Now the Bible says they are Esau, Edom. That's true. Black on black crime start with your own people. Proof if is needed before assumption. Don't act on emotions. Act on facts. Facts. We gotta have facts. Innocent until proven guilty, or guilty until proven innocent. I don't know how they go, but innocent till proven guilty. They gotta prove that this man was murdered. And like I say, I don't know if he was murdered. I don't know if he died from suicide. I don't know if he died from being in the water too long. It's so much factors into this. He could have drowned, got swept up by the current, and nobody saved him, or it could have been some kind of foul play in there. But the way they acting, the way the friends is acting, it seems to me as if it's foul play. It's not rocket science to exactly see what's going on. You feel me? Like, this woman is looking for justice, and history repeats itself. Because go back into the slavery time, or into the Jim Crow laws, you see that Emmett Till was murdered. Emmett Till was murdered, and he wound up being. Emmett Till was allegedly supposed to whistle at a white woman, and he wound up dying. Same thing, kind of like similar to this case. We don't know exactly what happened in this situation. You feel me? I don't know if he had a white girlfriend or a black girlfriend. I didn't do that much research on this man's life. I just do more research on the facts about the murder case and all this other stuff like that, or the foul play. So Somebody said, can you play the 911 call? How do you like snow bunnies? Okay. Yeah, I would definitely play the 911 call. Let me get that right now. Hold up. Let me get the 911 call right quick. Because I think we should all hear it. Okay, let me get that right quick. If I could find it. I gotta find it. It's a 911 call about it was kind of weird. You feel me? Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to find that. All this other stuff. I don't want to hear all this other stuff. But it was a 911 call of him, of the friends. I think this is it. I don't know. I'm trying to find it right now. As soon as that commercial go, I can't play the commercials in here. Somebody said, how is it similar to Emmett Till, but the effects are different from that situation? Come on, man. It's the the way it's similar is because it do involve Caucasians and blacks. That's what I'm saying. It's totally different because the scenarios are different. Emmett Till was killed because of racism, bigotry, right? Nolan Wells is a mystery surrounding the community that he was around, which was Caucasians. So I'm not trying to make this the same, but they both died in Mississippi. You feel me? It kind of like it's kind of like going parallel a little bit, but it's not. You feel me? I don't know if he drowned or not. I don't know. You see what I'm saying? Hold up. Let's see if they play it. I gotta be real careful because I don't want to get flagged. Hold up. I don't want to get flagged behind this, but I'm trying to find the recording.
All right. Please hold. I'm transferring you to the local cap.
Hold up.
Jackets available. There's nobody on board the boat? No. Nobody here is over the age of 21. Sir, that was not the question. Is there a person? Is there a person, a living individual on the boat? Hello? Is there a living person, someone breathing on the boat? Is there anybody on the boat? Yes, there's lots of people breathing on the boat. All right, how many people, sir? Like 7. All right, thank you. Does everyone have life jackets on or available to them? Yes, we have life jackets available. All right, verify what boat's sinking. A Triton, 22-foot offshore, 22-foot Triton offshore sea flight hull.
Can y'all hear?
All right.
Can y'all hear?
All right. Please hold. I'm transferring you to the local captain now. Yeah, thank you. This is Captain Seth. Hi, Captain Seth. This is Vicky from International. How you doing today? Doing good. How are you? Good, good. I apologize ahead of time. I really do. You're going to have a fee for service come up under Jerry. Okay. It sounds like a bunch of kids on board on Horn Island. He's letting me know that his father's a member, but he can't give me any information. And he's saying the boat is sinking. And he's on Horn Island. It's just that's unfortunate. He's just a kid. There's a lot going on. So he said there's about a lot of people on board. He says he thinks about 7. I'm guessing they're all under 18.
So wait, do y'all hear it? I'm playing the thing. Hold up, let me rewind it real quick.
VHF radio. All right. Well, Vicky speaking. How can I help you? Hello, sir. Hello. Okay, how many adults on board? There's 0 adults on board. There's nobody on board the boat? No. Nobody here is over the age of 21. Sir, that was not the question. Is there a person? Is there a person, a living individual on the boat? Hey, we're at the west tip of Florn, and our village pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello? Hey. Yes, how far is the water coming up, sir? It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now. All right. Well, let's get you going. Membership number or phone number listed on my account, sir. I don't know the phone number. It's either Jerry Atkerson. I think it's Jerry Atkerson. Try that. All right. I know we have a membership, like guaranteed. I don't have to tag unless you have a membership number or anything, it's okay. I'll get you over to the captain. What's the best phone number to reach you at? Reach me at 2. All right. And is everybody on board in good health otherwise? Yeah, everybody's How many? All right. Do you need the United States Coast Guard? What? Do you need the United States Coast Guard? No, we do not need that. All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates? Let me go look. If not, I can send you a text message. North? All right. Are you ready? Yes, sir. I'm available. North 4672. All right, 4672. All right, you were breaking up a little bit. Can you just repeat it one more time to make sure I have it correct? Sorry, look. Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, what? So you're breaking up. If you need assistance, do you have a VHF radio? No, we do not have a VHF radio. All right, well, let's try to get you going because you don't have good cell phone reception. Can you verify your coordinates one more time? Okay, my coordinates are 30 degrees by 14.684 north, and then west by 88 degrees by 46.79. Right, looks like you're on Horn Island, correct? Are you on Horn Island? Yes. All right, is the boat sinking or you have it aground? We were sinking, yes. Is it aground is the question? No, we're not aground. We are in 17 foot of water. We're in 31 foot of water. All right, have to ask. What do you want to do? Do you want to be towed back? I want to get this boat unsank and towed back, yes. All right, where would you like it towed to, sir? You can tow it to Ocean Springs or Fort Bayou Lawn. All right, how many adults and children on board? No, there's no children.
I'm making a face because the fact of the matter is, I'm making a face is because the fact is that what he said was kind of like threw me off because when the police or the person that's answering the phone of emergency calls, he said what? Like he was pretty much kind of getting like an attitude with her, but he didn't sound panicked or anything like that. It was voices in the back also made me make a face. Is because the fact that they kept saying no, hang the phone up or something like that. It was something like that. But I want to keep hearing it. I never really heard it before. Let me keep hearing it.
So, is there anybody on board? How many adults, sir? That was the question. Hello, can you hear me? pull the plug, Bart, while you're going. Hello, sir. Hello. Yep, I just need you to answer these questions so I can get you over to the captain. Okay, how many adults on board? There's 0 adults on board. There's nobody on board the boat? No. Nobody here is over the age of 21. Sir, that was not the question. Is there a person, a living individual on the boat? Hello? Is there a living person, someone breathing on the boat? Is there anybody on the boat? Yeah, there's lots of people breathing on the boat. All right, how many people, sir? Like 7. All right, thank you. Does everyone have life jackets on or available to them? Yes, we have life jackets available. All right, verify what boat's sinking. A Triton, 22-foot offshore, 22-foot Triton offshore sea flight hull. All right. All right. Please hold. I'm transferring you to the local captain now. Okay, thank you. This is Captain Seth. Hi, Captain Seth. This is Vicky from International. How you doing today? Doing good. How are you? Good, good. I apologize ahead of time. I really do. You're going to have a fee-for-service come up under Jerry. Okay. It sounds like a bunch of kids on board on Horn Island. He's letting me know that his father's a member, but he can't give me any information. And he's saying the boat is sinking, and he's on Horn Island. It's just unfortunate. He's just a kid. There's a lot going on. So right. He said there's about a lot of people on board. He says he thinks about 7. I'm guessing they're all under 18. Right. And I'm not trying to be rude. He wants you guys to go out there and unpump the boat and then tow it in. Do you know what kind of boat it is? He said a Triton 24-footer, but that's all he could give me. Okay. All right. Yeah, I just actually got off the phone with his grandpa, who I'm guessing is the owner of the boat. And he said that Jerry. Yeah, he said. Okay. I just hung up with him. He said that they don't need any help right now, but if something changes, they'll call me back. So. I'm guessing that they may have figured it out, because that's what he said. So they're in a panic and their boat won't crank. Yeah, they're in a panic. He's saying the bilge is not keeping up. I asked for Coast Guard. He said no, but he's just really upset on the back end. And, I get it. It's a kid. He just doesn't understand. Oh, okay. Do you still have him on the line? Yes, I still have him on the line. And, again, I couldn't find, he couldn't give me anything regarding his grandfather's, membership, so it's just under Jerry fee for service. Okay. All right. I just talked to. If you wanna, we're so tied up right now. We can't really do any non-member jobs right now. Is Jerry a member? Did you find out if he was a member or not? Yeah, I'm not sure if it's his boat or what. I'm not sure what's going on with it. Transfer the kid over. I'll talk to him, and then I'll call his grandpa back as well. All right. And did you want me to look up Jerry's membership number or anything like that to see if he's up? I know you guys are. You can try his cell phone number. Yes, sir. Anything on his phone number? All right, yep, Jerry, yeah, he's an active member. Hold on. What kind of boat do you have on there? Same boat? Yeah, he's one of your members. Yep, 22-foot Triton. All right, I'll just disregard this one. I'm going to send you over an accurate one under this Jerry Ackerson one, okay? He's one of your members. You'll get in a couple minutes, okay? Okay, perfect. All right, and just transfer this kid over whenever you get a chance. All right, transferring now. Thank you again, Captain. All right. Stay safe out there. It's crazy. Have a drink. All right, wow.
Trying to tell you. If you heard the recording, chime in your comments, man. I want to see what y'all think. But I heard the other guy said the police wouldn't tow you out, just evac you out. Katie probably found Jerry, the active member. Let's go. Getting that tow service ready. The operator is a witness to a. There literally nothing there. So I would say this from my intuitions and my feeling and my gut feeling. The way, because I was once in a situation where I was drowning. All right, or I was before I could swim. Or I was in a dangerous situation in the ocean one time in Florida, right? Uh, and I remember, people I was with, which was black, other black people. I was not around really too much whites, but it's probably like 2 white people and 3 black people. But I remember the panic that they was calling on the Coast Guard. Hey, we need help and stuff like that. Because the situation was getting really out of hand. The current was strong, all kinds of stuff. But that was like years ago. But the guy didn't have no panic in his voice. You feel me? And then the background noise, you can hear no, get off, I heard get off the phone. I don't really want to go around it. It's too much going on right now. But I heard what I heard. You feel me? And it's the situation, if you are in a dangerous situation, why not call the Coast Guard? Don't the Coast Guard supposed to come rescue you if your boat is sinking in the middle of the ocean where there could be sharks and other creatures? Why in the world would you not call the Coast Guard to get you out of that situation? So he said there was 7 people on the boat. Okay, how do you go from 7 to 6? Like, how do you said there was 7 living people. She said, is everybody breathing? He said, yes. He said, what? He was like, what? This, that. I don't know if he was saying what to her or he was saying what to somebody else. But the way he said it was out of frustration. You see what I'm saying? Somebody said, you mean they called the lifeguard? God is going to put the Edomites in slavery for justice. You heard what you wanted to hear. If you're actively drowning, they'll call a lifeguard. The Coast Guard would only come out if you're in the middle of the sea and evacuate you out. Okay, so the lady asked them, did they need the Coast Guard or the lifeguard, whatever guard. I heard guard. You feel me? So it's not that I heard what I wanted to hear. I literally heard it just like you heard it on the thing. It's not. I'm not making this up. The guy, who in the chat told me, somebody told me in the chat, hey, go listen to the phone call. You feel me? So I'm like, hold up, and I remember because I seen a video of an old rapper named Plies. He actually listened to the thing too, and I listened to I listened to a little bit of it. I didn't listen to all of it, but when I heard the whole deal, my feelings and my thoughts on it is completely changed because I heard the voices of the people. You feel me? I heard their voices. They didn't sound panicked. They sound more frustrated and trying to. It's like they were trying to hide something or get rid of something. As you can hear on the thing, somebody said they called Coast Guard, but I'm assuming she's asking him to do you want a Coast Guard or are you a member? We can get a tow out to you, but they said no. Okay, they said no. So somebody said, cause that's why they're talking about being a member and let me check your status. No one sounded in fear of the boat sinking, nor a friend losing their life. Get rid of Nolan. Fans. Why do you keep saying a fans? But yeah, like I would say, nobody sounded like they was in fear. Something is just off, bro. Like it's just the way this is going, it's just off, man. I mean, if the boat's sinking and your friend is drowning or he's in a dangerous situation, if Nolan Wells if the current swept him off, why won't you call the Coast Guard? If he was, okay, because his body was floating in the Horn River, like it was not the Horn, by Horn Island, not the Horn River. I apologize. The Horn Island. His body was found on Horn Island. So if his body was found on Horn Island, my questions is to them is why would you not call a Coast Guard if you knew he was dying or he was swept away? It doesn't make sense That's another question I got. I mean, I just all we can do is really wait on the second autopsy. You feel me? That's the only thing I say we can wait on is the second autopsy because that's going to show us exactly what happened. You know, in this situation. You feel me? It's just it's a sad situation if you look at it. Somebody say, do you do them like they do to do us and stick together afterwards? Was the boat sinking near land or in the middle of the ocean, or was it a river? They said it was in the middle of the ocean. You feel me? Let's see what he got to say.
Under Friday night football lights in Texas. Yeah, fam, we got the full CTO emergency call.
This
Yeah,
guy.
fam, and it's bad. I am going to play for you what was said. You tell
Maybe
me
they're
what you heard,
okay.
then I'll tell you what I heard. And
I
see
already
if we
heard
come
it.
to
We
a
already
middle
heard
ground.
it.
If we can't, I'll slow it all the way down for you.
Okay.
Sure.
Let's see
You
it.
got an arrest coming or what? It's time for an arrest or what?
Yeah.
It's time to identify the friends as suspects or what? Is it time for interrogation or what? No wonder they lawyered up. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now, let me slow it down for you.
He is dead. Nolan.
Cecil assistant, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
If you couldn't hear nothing else,
Oh,
is he dead?
bro.
You heard that.
I heard that. Hold up.
Speaking. How can I help you?
Hold up. Slow it down. Oh my God. Yeah, bro.
Cecil assistant, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
If you couldn't hear nothing else, you heard, is he dead? You heard that.
Bro.
Slow
Hold
it
up.
down.
Hold up. Bro. She said, is he dead?
Cecil assistant.
Bro. They had a body. They had his body. Bro, they had his body. Bro, can't make this up. They had his body. They said he was missing. But they had his body, right? Because she said, is he dead? Question mark. Killed him.
Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
If you couldn't hear nothing else, you heard, is he dead? You heard that. Is he dead? You heard that. Why would anybody be dead? The boat is sinking. He didn't say somebody was dying. And why would anybody be dead on the boat? Come on, fam. Come on. Come on. I'm about to cook. Check out the more extended version of the 911 call.
I heard it.
Speaking. How can I help you? Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our village stopped
They
working.
killed him.
We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello? Hey. Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir? It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down. All right. Well, let's get you going. Membership number or phone number listed on the account, sir. I don't know the phone number. It's either Jerry Atkinson. I think it's Jerry Atkinson. Try that. All right. I know we have a membership, like guaranteed.
Somebody said, hold up. When they gave her the location of the boat, the dispatcher was confused and as if they were still on land. The boat hadn't even had left yet. They lied about sinking. So how did his body get up in the ocean then? That's what I'm trying to tell people to wake up. This man didn't die for no natural causes. She just said, is he dead? I mean, did I just hear? Did y'all just hear what I heard? He slowed it down. Dude slowed it down. Willie D. His name is Willie D. If y'all want to go check his YouTube out, y'all can. He slowed it down. Come on now, like let's get it.
All right, unless you have a membership number or anything, it's okay. I'll get you over to the captain. What's the best phone number to reach you at?
Reach me at
All right, and is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's
How many? All right, do you need the United States Coast Guard?
What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
The boat is sinking. If your boat is sinking, put yourself on the boat, fam. If your boat is sinking, who do you think is going to get there faster?
The Coast Guard. If his boat is sinking, if they in a critical situation, they in a life and death situation, the boat is sinking. Why would you not call the Coast Guard? The other guy in the chair was talking about like they shouldn't call the Coast Guard. Why won't you not call the Coast Guard if your boat is sinking in the middle of the ocean? And how did the girl said that, hey, is he dead? Nolan, is he dead? My question is that how did his body end up in the ocean if they already had his body? Somebody said they refused help from the Coast Guard, but you're about to sink. That's what I'm saying. She's asking them, is it ankle deep? Is it what's going on? They refused it because the Coast Guard gonna get there so fast because the helicopters and stuff like that. But they were trying to hide their body. That's something, when a person died or if a person killed a person, what's left is body, DNA, evidence. So in a situation like this, hey, if we dump the body in the ocean, the wildlife gonna get it. The ocean critters gonna get it. But God didn't do that. God didn't allow it for a shark or any other animal to eat his body. His body was floating. Because a lot of times, a lot of fish don't eat dead things like that. They don't really just take a can of human flesh. I don't know why, but his body could have been eaten up by a shark. There's a lot of sharks off of the coast of Mississippi. I've been to Biloxi, Mississippi. I know what I'm talking about. So he died. They killed him. You feel me? And it's man, hold up.
The Coast Guard or a towing company. Better yet, if your boat is sinking, who is more equipped to save you, to rescue you? The Coast Guard or a towing company? A towing company is not coming out necessarily for emergencies. But when you call the Coast Guard, they're coming in. They got boats and helicopters and all kinds, drones and all kinds of stuff.
All kind of stuff.
He said, no, we don't need them. He almost sounded like he was upset that she even asked him the question.
Because when you're guilty by association, or if you're guilty of murder, you gonna try to if you corner somebody that murdered somebody in detective work, they're gonna break. They're gonna start getting frustrated. They're gonna get angry. They're gonna lash out because it's like if you in a death situation, why not call the Coast Guard? But like somebody said in the chat, they didn't even. The thing about it, their location was off because they weren't even in the ocean. So my question is, how did his body get from the mainland or the Horn Island to the ocean? Like, things don't add up. Somebody say his throat was missing. They probably both are if it was a tow for specifically water vehicles. I don't know if they killed him, but they definitely didn't help out, and they should be held accountable for that. Because now when he slowed it down, you start to think. You feel me? He had to slow when you slow it down, You can hear the conversation in the background of the girl, whatever. I don't know who the girl is. I don't know her name, but she said, "Is he dead?" The lady asked if it was 7 people on board that's alive. The guy said, "Yes, there's 7 people on board that's alive." That's another red flag. Let's look at the comments. Somebody said, "Look, we don't know where they killed him, but we know that they did what they wanted to do to his body, and then they threw him in the water." Yeah. Listen to the rest. The grandfather called while they were in the phone with the dispatcher. They were sinking, but called the grandfather first. That, you know what I'm saying? They didn't say, "Is he dead, Nolan?" They left the body at the shore. They see the body in front of him. Remember, it doesn't have to be a white person that killed him. I mean, I'm not making this a race deal. I'm looking at the fact that it kind of sound kind of like racist though. But I'm not trying to lean towards the race card. I'm not trying to play that card. I'm playing the fact that the audio. I'm trying to state facts because this could have been a reversal. You know, it could have been a white person that died like this. You feel me? It could be a lot of scenarios with this, but I don't never want to just jump off and play the race card. I don't want to race bait, like somebody said. I don't want to race bait. I want to make sure we looking at the facts. You see what I'm saying? Because you can't stop facts. People, you can't stop truth. Truth have a certain sound to it. So I want to play the audio. I want to see what a body was laid, what the autopsy, to see if this was a murder, to see if this was about race. It couldn't be about race. You see what I'm saying? Because he been around them guys for a long time. So I don't know if they was secretly race. They didn't show no sign because one day he was comfortable around them. He was comfortable about he was comfortable being around them. So it could not really be about race. It was something involving something that caused this man to lose his soul. Period, point blank.
No, we don't need them. You don't need the Coast Guard because the Coast Guard go ask questions. The Coast Guard's gonna ask questions. Yeah, man. Oh man. I truly believe they killed that boy.
There you go.
And I believe he was dead on that boat.
Oh, hold up.
It happened at the pool.
Let me stop that. Oh my God. Juice 3344-297. This I'm gonna pin this because I said this. It was about a female. Nolan he liked them women, man. He liked them white women too. You feel me? And I'm just being honest with you, he liked them snow bunnies. You know what I'm saying? He was a king of snow. I'm gonna say he was a king of snow bunnies in 2026. This man loved the women. All the pictures, his Instagram pictures, Facebook pictures, all these pictures on TikTok, it's all about him mainly taking pictures with the white women. You feel me? So it could have been about a girl, man. I really do believe that. So you hit the hammer nail. You know what I'm saying? You hit the hammer with the nail. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at it.
Now listening to this audio is irrefutable. It's there. It's right there.
It's right there.
Why is she saying is he dead?
Why is she saying is she dead?
Why are they screaming out Nolan? Why? That
Come
doesn't
on.
make sense. Unless they're watching.
Come on, like it up, y'all. We got 90 people in. We don't got 29. Like, come on, y'all. Y'all doing me dirty now. I don't beg for likes, but I'm like, man, if you got a lot of people in the chat, man. Ain't nobody liking it.
Nolan was
Crazy.
Whoa, man. Nolan was on that boat.
He was.
Also, you know the guy who made the 911 call? They won't release his name.
Oh!
They refuse to release his name. Whoever he...
Why is the law enforcement working for the family? Is it because of one of the friends' their mother was a judge? Why is the judge and the law enforcement of Mississippi working with the family that allegedly their sons killed this man?
He is. bet you anything, if you go check his records, I guarantee he has disciplinary issues at school. I can guarantee you he's already been in trouble before with the police because he had a very nasty attitude. You calling somebody to rescue you, to help you, and you got
Y'all like it up, man. Like the cheddar. We got 74 people currently in here, man. We gotta come on now.
Oh, you ain't heard the end of it.
Gotta stay away from them folks, bro. So, historically, the justice system is biased. The crime wasn't about race, but the cover up was about race.
Come in and wait till you hear what the captain has to say. Oh man, this is cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded. Calculated, cold-blooded.
Right. And is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's
How many? All right. Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look.
If not, I can send you a text message.
He sounds annoyed.
True.
He's calling for help.
Yeah.
Emergency help. He sounds annoyed. He sounds like the person on the other end who's trying to render aid is annoying him.
North? Alright, are you ready?
Yes, sir. I'm available.
North, 33, block, 4672.
All right. 4672. All right. You were breaking up a little bit. Can you just repeat it one more time to make sure I have it correct?
Sorry, look.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what?
So you're breaking up. If you need assistance, do you have a VHF radio?
No, we do not have the VHF radio.
All right. Well, let's try to get you going because you don't have good cell phone reception. Can you verify your coordinates one more time?
Okay, my coordinates are 30 degrees by 14.684 north, and then west by 88 degrees by 46.79.
Now he know all of that. He spit those numbers out just like that. But he can't count to 8. He can't count to 7. The amount of people that was supposed to be on the boat.
Come on now. Talk. Come on. Hiding. Hiding stuff. Hiding. Somebody said he sounds panicked. That's fine. What if he's been in this situation before? Also, the first thing you shouldn't do in a situation like this is panic. You can't fault him for being cool under pressure. It's not the fact that he was cool or he was panicking. It's the fact that when she asked him a question about the numbers of people on the boat, he couldn't answer it at first. He was saying 7, 6, all these different things. It's not the fact that he was under pressure or panicking or not panicking. It's the fact that he was not being honest about what was really going on the boat. Just like the girl in the background said, is he dead? Is Nolan dead? Dead? Is he dead? Nolan? Question mark. That's what the audio said. Come on now, you can't make this up. And then he had a bad stank attitude because you asking for help. Or if you really asking for help. Or did you did something heinous and you trying to cover up your crimes. And the fact of the girl saying, is he dead, Nolan? And then Nolan's mother filed for the police report of him missing. And his body showed up on a Horn Island, on the north tip of the island. Something is going on that people are just trying to let this blow over. I'm gonna keep talking about this until until justice be served. Other YouTubers I'm in contact with say they're gonna keep talking about it until justice be served. We're not gonna allow Officer Tatum, the YouTuber Officer Tatum, to ridicule the situation, going to the Mississippi and trying to cover this stuff up for these white folks because he is a sold out coon. I'm not gonna allow this to keep. No, because this is going to keep happening. It's going to keep happening. It's going to keep happening. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said Lucifer and Freemason want to make everyone go to hell. Epstein not dead. Da, da, da. I believe that Nolan didn't know exactly how these people got down with the cult killing. Come on, now Horn Island always been a place where they have done riches on black men. History tells us it all. Facts. Actually did research on what you just said, so I know you telling the truth. There's a book also about Horn Island that I was gonna share with the community. There's a book about this stuff. Let's keep going.
Right, looks like you're on Horn Island, correct? Are you
Yes,
on
we were
Horn
at Horn
Island?
Island. Yes.
All right, is the boat sinking or you have it aground?
We were sinking, yes.
Is it aground is the question?
No, we're not aground. We are in
Okay.
17 foot of water. We're in 31 foot of water.
All right, have to ask. What do you want to do? Do you want to be towed back?
I want to get this boat unsank and towed back, yes.
All right, where would you like it towed to, sir?
You can tow it to Ocean Springs or Fort Bayou launch.
All right, how many adults and children on board?
No, there's no children.
So, is there anybody on board? How many adults, sir? That was the question. Hello, can you hear me?
Gotta jump in and pull the plug, Bart, while you're going.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yep, I just need you to answer these questions so I can get you over to the captain.
Okay,
How many
what's
adults
going
on board?
There's 0 adults on board.
There's nobody on board the boat?
No. Nobody
right.
is here is over the age of 21.
That's critical. You heard what he just said. Now pay attention to what Vicky says later on.
Sir, that was not the question. Is there a person? Is there a person, a living individual on the boat?
Hello?
Is there a living person, someone breathing on the boat? Is there anybody on the boat?
Yeah, there's lots of people breathing on the boat.
All right, how many people, sir?
Like 7.
All right, thank you. Does that...
Did y'all hear that? 7? 7. But 6 came back alive. 7, but 6 came back alive does not add up.
Everyone have life jackets on or available to them?
Yes, we have life jackets available.
All right. Verify what boat's sinking.
A Triton, 22-foot offshore, 22-foot Triton offshore sea flight hull.
All right. All right. Please hold. I'm transferring you to the local captain now.
Yeah, thank you. This is Captain Seth.
Hi, Captain Seth. This is Vicky from International. How you doing today?
Doing good, how are you?
Good, good. I apologize ahead of time. I really do. You're going to have a fee-for-service come up under Jerry. It sounds like a bunch of kids on board on Horn Island. He's letting me know that his father's a member, but he can't give me any information. And he's saying the boat is sinking, and he's on Horn Island. It's just unfortunate. He's just a kid. There's a lot going on. So
Right.
He said there's about a lot of people on board. He says he thinks about 7. I'm guessing they're all under 18.
Listen to how compassionate she sounds. This is even after being spoken to rudely.
And I'm not trying to be rude. He wants you guys to go out there and unpump the boat and then tow it in.
Do you know what kind of boat it is?
He said a Triton 24-footer, but that's all he can give me.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just actually got off the phone with his grandpa, who I'm guessing is the owner of the boat.
So I'm gonna keep playing it. We gotta go all day. If I have to go all night, I will to get this thing situated. So my thing is that they call it the granddaddy. Okay. Now I did research on the granddaddy. Yeah. You know, it's technology out here that, you know, see the thing about Mississippi have a dark history. I'm not even gonna try to. I don't want to play the race card. I'm fighting against playing the race card. I do not want to play the race card because I'm not gonna be the person, the brown brother that plays the race card. I'm not gonna do it. I'm fighting to not do it, bro. But it's like you're not my Caucasian brothers and sisters. You're not giving me options. I'm trying to be the investigator. I'm trying to see what's going on. That's all I'm trying to, like everybody else. But the grandfather called the Coast Guard. It just don't make sense. Why not send the Coast Guard out there to help you? And then you said it was nobody on the boat. And then next thing you know, you said it was 7 people on the boat. But then only 6 people got off the boat, which leaves 1 person dead. Come on now. It doesn't add up.
And he said that yeah, Jerry, yeah. He said,
Okay.
I just hung up with him. He said that they don't need any help right now, but if something changes, they'll call me back. So,
The boat was sinking. I thought the boat was sinking. So now the boat's no longer sinking.
Did y'all not hear that? Bingo! Bing, 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 bing. Boom! Did y'all not hear it when he said the boat is sinking? Then they said, what's your location? They said Horn Island. Then she say, Vicky say, do you need the Coast Guard? They said, no, don't send the Coast Guard. He even got an attitude with it. In the background, you can hear a young lady, probably between 18 and 20 years old, say, is he dead? Nolan. Where's the arrest at? Why is the police covering this stuff up with them? Seem like somebody in higher power in position. And I wonder if his mother's a Republican judge.
That's about it.
You know, I wonder if the mother a Republican judge or is the mother a Democrat judge. That's going to really say a lot too. Because if this stuff comes out, this will hurt Donald Trump election in 2028. This possibly will be a turning tide if the Democrats get a hold of this. I'm not trying to make this political, but I'm saying if the Democrats get a hold of it and turn this on Trump, bro, you're going to see a whole different dynamic of people support go skyrocket for them. I'm telling you. So this judge, if she's Republican, it's going to be real bad. I'm not trying to even get into politics. I'm trying to stick to the story of what happened to Nolan Wills.
The boat is sinking, so now it's no longer sinking. They'll call you. If we need you, we'll call you. Stand by, just in case. If we need you, we'll holler at you. It is absolutely amazing how they interact with each other. And how they, yeah.
I'm guessing that they may have figured it out, because that's what he said. So they're in a panic and their boat won't crank.
Yeah, they're in a panic. He's saying the bilge is not keeping up. I asked for Coast Guard. He said no, but he's just really upset on the back end. And, you know, I get it. The kid, he just doesn't understand.
She says he's just a kid. Well, she got the K part right, but it don't stand for kid.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just talked to. If you wanna, we're so tied up right now. We can't really do any non-member jobs right now.
Is Jerry a member? Did you find out if he was a member or not?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's his boat or what. I'm not sure what's going on with it. But yeah, transfer the kid over. I'll talk to him, and then I'll call his grandpa back as well.
All right. And did you want me to look up Jerry's membership number or anything like that to see if he's up? I know you guys are
You can
sworn.
try the cell phone number.
Yes, sir.
Vicky says something that was interesting. After the caller told her there was nobody on the boat over 25, she told the captain that it appeared that everybody on the boat was 18 years or younger. And what about that long pause after she asked the caller how many people was on the boat? What about that? And when he finally answered, you would think that he was pausing, if he was going to pause, to give a head count. When he finally gave the head count, he said, 7, like 7, like 7. Is it 7 or what the hell is like 7?
Like 7
You're on
is.
a boat. You see everything. You're in a
Slice
small
7.
boat. You can see everybody that's on the boat.
Sure can.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's 7 of us.
1, 2, 3,
If
4,
I'm in
5,
an
6,
emergency
7.
situation, I'm gonna be as detailed as possible so I can get help. Just like he was detailed in giving his location. He didn't have any problem with giving his location. Even when he first got on the phone, he said, we're on the north tip
Everything was
of Horn Island. Immediately. He had no problem. Even though he sounded drunk, he had no problem relaying that. Come on, fam. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. I absolutely believe that now it was more than just 3 or 4 of them involved.
Mm-hmm.
We got some girls involved, too. At the very least, they're accessories after the fact.
There you go. Boom. So it gotta be about women. You feel me? You gotta be about women, man. You know, it gotta be about women too. Because from my understanding, Nolan Wells died. You get what I'm saying? So this story, man, it's getting international headlines, bro. This is all over the world. So this went viral. This is a viral situation. It's still a top topic of everything right now. This is viral. And you know, this thing is not just something that is this is viral, bro. Because we trying to steal, you know, we got it. But they gotta make their arrest. Nobody's making their arrest. Nobody's making the arrest. We're gonna listen to something else, and then I'm gonna cut the live off. You know what I'm saying? We gonna listen to another one. The Willie D, man. Hey, that man got a good Willie D, man. He know how to talk, man. That man's I watched the Willie D. You feel me? Willie D to me, he's a real good YouTuber, bro. You see what I'm saying? And he that bro know how to, like, you know, talk about certain things. And it's another video he just posted, Willie D, that I want to hear, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because this situation is international media, man. And I wonder why no other streamer talking about this. Why nobody ever? I don't understand why no other streamer is talking about this. Like Kai Cent or I Shall Speed or any other streamer. Everybody worrying about streaming university. What about this brother that died? That's the thing, man. I'm not like them. I'm going to talk about what's going on because that's more important than all the silly stuff. Playing and being silly, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's time to this real life. This is not something that we playing with. This is somebody's life on the line. Could be your brother, could be your cousin, could be somebody else. Let's go, Willie D, bro. Willie D, man. Let's go. There you go. Let me see what's going on with him. He got videos. Yes, sir. I'm trying to. He put whose number? He shared this version over and over. Okay, here you go. Boom. Let me cut that. Okay, I can't play that ad. But we got to listen to another video. They get paid not to Willie D. Don't take bribes. Mark, you have no evidence, proof, or facts to support your theory. It is because Carl and Dean Dean and AB do comedy. Crime is not their thing. They need to try to change it up, because I feel like if they say something about it, I feel like they'll probably lose sponsorships and money. Certain things, when you get to that certain height and money and fame, you get certain things you can't say. I can say because I'm not famous. So it's really, I love it. I can say anything I want without being, not losing no money because I don't get paid. You feel me? Hold up, let's get it.
Line for Nolan Wells is the same as Ashley Cole's phone number. Ashley Cole is the judge in the case.
Oh!
Yeah, the stepmother of Warren Hudson.
Oh, God. Bro, somebody said this on the chat.
Supposed to be best friends.
Somebody said this on the chat, bro. Was he messing with her? Was Nolan Wells messing with her? And bro, this is deep. Bro, this is way deeper than what I thought. Bro, this is terrifying right now. Let me play this. Bro, what is going on, man? Y'all, come on, I like the video, man. Y'all doing me dirty. Y'all doing me dirty. Y'all don't even like the video. You know how much energy this take to do this? Y'all doing me dirty, man. Come on, man. Like the video. Come on, man. Y'all can't be doing me like this. Come on, man. Y'all can't be doing me like this. Hold on, let's see.
Is the same as Ashley Cole's phone number. Ashley Cole is the judge in the case. Well, yeah, the stepmother of Warren Hudson. Who is Warren Hudson? Nolan Wells is supposed to be best friend, right? Yeah. Y'all believe it? Well, let's test it out, fam. Let's see. This is the number. This is the number that is listed for her.
228-769-3036.
And let's just see what happens.
Call it.
Boom.
He calling it right now. Call it, bruh.
Hi, you've reached the office of Judge Ashley Cole. Please leave your name, number, the case number, and a brief message at the sound of the beep, and we'll call you back as soon as we get a chance. Thank you. You cannot record a message for Margot Mills. This mailbox is full. Hello, Cisco Unity Connection Messaging System. From a touch-tone telephone, you may dial an extension at any time. For a directory of extensions, press 4. Otherwise, please hold to leave a general message. Sorry, there is no operator available at this hour. You cannot record a message for operator. This mailbox is full. Hello, Cisco Unity Connection Messaging System.
This would qualify as playing in our faces. Come on, fam. It can't be. Can't be.
Playing right in our faces because they feel like we ain't do nothing. Like the chat up, y'all. Come on.
Further here, fam, because it's got to be a reasonable explanation for this, right? It has to be. I just dialed the number, and this is the same number that is listed. Okay, just to show you proof. This is Judge Ashley
Cole.
P.O. Box
998.
Pascagoula. 39568. And the phone number I just dialed was
228-769-3036. Mm-hmm.
That is Judge Ashley Cole.
Phone number.
So how is that the tip line? I mean, something.
That's not the tip line.
Gotta be off. Let me dig a little.
That's not the tip line.
So what is that, fam? That looks like the same number.
The tip line established for the Nolan Wells investigation allow individuals to submit photos, videos, or eyewitness accounts from Horn Island. Official law enforcement line called the Jackson County Sheriff Department at 228-769-3036 Family Legal Team line. Call Ben Crump Law at 1-800-691-7111. Mississippi Coast Crime Stoppers. Call 877-787-5898. So something really not adding up.
As the sheriff's department, is there some type of mix-up? Maybe there's a mix-up. It's got to be a mix-up, man, because there ain't no way these people are that bold. It's the same number as the Jackson County Sheriff's Department, 228-769-3036. 228-769-3036 is the same number as Ashley Cole's. Well, maybe there's some type of mix-up, fam, because I dialed 228-769-3036 and got the sheriff's number. Let's try that again.
Here we go.
Try that in real time.
We trying to do some investigation.
Call the sheriff.
Call the sheriff.
See what they got to say about all of this.
It's crazy, bro.
Chance to explain themselves.
So pretty much what's going on is that the line is different. Like the line connects to the mother of Warren, which is the judge, Ashley Cole. It's like everything's being mixed up. You feel me? So like Willie D saying like, hey, something not adding up. So he about to get ready to call the sheriff office, the Jackson County Sheriff Department, because the tip line goes to the judge. It doesn't go to the law enforcement. So is the law enforcement working with the judge? Like the judge is like somebody said in the chat, the judge is Republican. If this story gets out, break headlines, like literally, Trump gonna have to make a decision, bro. Like, I'm not saying that they're gonna go against each other, but this judge was the elected judge in that county. I don't know if she's a municipal court judge. I don't know if she's one of the high type judge. I'm gonna try to figure that out. But this thing is really getting out of hand, for real.
That was 6-3. See? Hold on. Let me get this off the screen.
Oh, I gotta pause it. So pretty much, like that's what's going. You know, it's crazy. You see what I'm saying? Hold up.
That's the number I'm about to dial. So I saw this number somewhere, and I dialed this number.
Hey, what's going on? We got JA_NESE_01. How you doing? How you doing? Loyal subscriber.
Yeah, is this the tip line for Nolan Wells?
Yes.
Yeah. So I called another number, a 36 number, and it took me to Judge Ashley Cole's voicemail. Are y'all aware that is there some type of mix-up or whatever? Are y'all all interconnected?
What number did you call when that happened?
228-769-3063 is what I just dialed, and then the other number that I called was all the numbers were the same except the last two digits. It was 36 instead of 63.
I know our number is the 3063 number. And I know that that's been said to be her office.
Yeah.
And we are aware of that people think that the sheriff's department number is her number. There's nothing we can really do about it, but just kind of ride the wave.
Huh?
Yeah, but
If it was put out on the internet, we just got to take it as it comes.
Hey, like the video, like the video,
right.
like the chat.
Yeah. So, like, are y'all aware that number is out there like that? As far as like, conflicting phone numbers, because I looked on the site and it says that the tip number was the same as Judge Ashley Cole's phone number. sheriff's number?
Yeah, the 3060, the 3063 number.
Right.
Yeah, that's the sheriff's department number. But they're saying online that it is her number, that it's Judge Cole's number.
Yeah,
She lied. It's lied. You know, that lady just lied because if the tip line is the actually code, the judge number, which is the judge of that county, then how is the sheriff number linked to that? How is the sheriff hot tip number linked to the judge number? They had linked it that way. You feel me? So Willie D, YouTuber Willie D, called the 228-769-3063 number, and he got the lady on the line, and he asked her a simple question: why is this line interconnected with the other line? Will this lead to confusion? The lady said, we just gotta ride with the wave. This is how it is. They're trying to hide this crime. They killed my brother, man. They killed him, threw his body in the water. It just don't add up, bro. If anybody know Mississippi, you know Mississippi dirty, man. They dirty. That's why when I remember when I was going to see my family members in Florida or in Georgia, I had to cross through the state of Mississippi. I hated Mississippi. I did not like Mississippi, man. I don't want to go to Mississippi. I don't want to go near Mississippi. Mississippi is very racist. Facts.
It's actually online, like media reports that's the number. We're talking about mainstream media, not just bloggers and YouTubers.
Yeah, I know. It's just people. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's supposed to be a prank or something like that, or I'm not sure. But that is not Judge Cole's number. It's our number. We've been dealing with all the phone calls for it.
Well, let me ask you a question. Who do you think killed Nolan Wells?
I'm not allowed to speak on that. It's an ongoing investigation, so.
Yeah. You don't think the boys had anything to do with it?
I'm not allowed to speak on it.
Yeah. Do you think there's a conflict of interest with the judge being involved?
I'm not allowed to speak on it.
What if Nolan was your relative, though? Would you speak on it?
I'm not allowed to speak on it. My job.
It's getting dicey.
I got you. You plead the fifth.
Is there?
Okay. All right, we'll ride that wave.
Alrighty.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. You have a good day.
You too.
See, I'm going to tell my white brothers and sisters something. We are in 2026. In 2026, technology is at the highest. It's hard to hide stuff now. Hard to hide murder. Hard to hide crimes. They're going to get caught. I'm telling you right now, either they're going to get caught by law enforcement or they're going to be caught by blood. And I'm just being honest, somebody out there, they going to get them. Either, people don't forget. So, we going to see how it's going to play out, though. But we live in the 2026, you can't hide nothing. It's hard to hide stuff now. You got flock cameras, you got cameras, drones everywhere. It's hard to hide things now.
All right, fam. There you have it.
Imagine being able.
Can't play that. But yeah, so somebody said Charlie Kirk should have had better security. Charlie Kirk was killed by the CIA. Tyler Robinson is going to get out. I'm going to talk about that later too. I mean, well, not later, but I'm going to talk about that soon. But Tyler Robinson didn't kill Charlie Kirk. That man was killed by CIA agents. Facts. Absolutely, like you said, this is no nationwide. There's a lot of black people, males and females, taking this to heart. I'm taking it to heart, man. I am. Because if they are willing to go this far. If the police, if this come out as murder, you think George Floyd's situation was brutal. We can be looking at a huge deal. This can affect it. United States might be going back into a civil war. I'm being honest with you. It might be that bad. So that's why I'm like, man, just be honest. Like, arrest these dudes, put them in jail. You feel me? So it's just, it might be blood behind this. Like, literally, it might be dangerous. Like, for the Caucasian community this time, because a lot of black people are more, this generation of blacks are not like the 1960s and the 1930s. You got to understand, we didn't grow up in slavery time. This is not Jim Crow's. This is a whole nother dumb. These black people over here crazier. So it's like, why would you even play with that? You talking about, it's just I'm trying not to go to the race car. Like I've been saying. You feel me? It's not no joke. We not playing. Black people not playing on this end. And you got a lot of crazies out there. So it's just like, why would you? Because the judge is involved now. Because if the judge is involved, the Republicans are involved now. You see how this is getting? This already reached Trump. Trump like, man, hold up, man, this can't take my name, because he looking at the money, he looking at his name and everything. So Trump like, look, if I gotta give this judge up to protect the Republicans in the name, that's what he possibly gonna have to do. Because if he don't, this got to Barack Obama. Barack Obama is talking about, he's trying to figure out what's going on with the situation. That's how deep this got. This got to the United Kingdom, Europe, everywhere. So Republicans gonna have to do something about it. They're gonna have to do something. They're gonna have to arrest somebody. Somebody gonna have to get arrested. If they have to blame to keep the black population from uprising, bro. Because it can't be you think George Floyd was crazy? It's gonna be worse. Because this is a whole different type of situation. This is a murder. And then you got a law enforcement, you got judges doing these type of things. And people say, oh, you just speaking, you just saying stuff. Don't ever underestimate people. You don't know what can happen. That's why they won't get them boys' names up. Because they know that they ain't going to live there long. Somebody going to get them. Eventually, it's going to happen. And I pray in the name of Jesus, nobody get hurt, but I can't guarantee that. It's just like Cain. God told Cain, you're going to be a vagabond in the land. I mean, you can't get away with murder, bro. You just can't do it. My friends around the world are talking about getting their passports together. Brother, you just talk about how Kai Center isn't talking about this. What makes you think there will be a civil war? Come on, bro. The reason why the Kasin and other streamers not talking about it, because they don't want to lose the money. They don't want to lose their money. You making $37 million, $560 million off of people that you don't really care about. Of course you're not going to talk about it, because if you talk about it, then you might lose contracts. You might lose endorsements. You might lose sponsorship. Yes, you can't talk about this. This is a sensitive topic. And you also risking making the government mad. You making the elites mad. You making the 13 families mad. Yeah, you can. Hassan, he didn't cross. He crossed over. He went to the mansion party. He went to Hotel California. Yes, that. Remember that song? Living in Hotel California, just a lovely place. What do you think they talking about? When you cross that line, it's certain things you just can't talk about. So this situation is bad. Let's see what he got to say, man.
I don't have any more answers than I had before I called her. Like, I need to know. I need to know what's going on. We need to know what's going on. We need to make sure that Nolan Wells get justice. We need to make sure that there's no cover-ups. Yeah, fam. We got to figure that out.
Like the video, like the chat, y'all. Come on now.
I want y'all to see something right quick here online. There is a petition to remove Judge Wells. Change.org.
What I just told you. I didn't even know this. There's a petition. See, the white people, all white people ain't trying to be with this judge. All white people ain't against Nolan Wells. You feel me? There's a petition going around in Mississippi that's trying to get her removed from office because the Republicans don't want that blood on their hands. The Republicans, the judge already didn't move the body. The judge probably. I'm just speculating. I'm just assuming. I'm not stating facts. So don't take my words as facts. Right as of right now, I'm just telling you what I truly believe. I believe that the judge Ashley Cole did some accessory. You feel me? So there's a petition going on to remove her out of her seat. The Republicans are turning against her because the Republicans like, look, when 2028 come around, and then you got Barack Obama running for president in 2028. You got Trump running again for 2028 elections. So you got to understand what's on the line. The Republicans going to go against this woman. They're going to have to do something about it because if this doesn't stop, this headlines is the most biggest headlines in the United States at this moment. I think they said that this headline is more bigger than George Floyd at this moment. It crossed lines. It didn't cross to the whole nother country. It's everywhere. You see what I'm saying? So it's just it's crazy, man. Let's see what you got to say though.
74 signatures right now. And here's the issue. Mississippi judges are entrusted with one of the highest responsibilities in our justice system: to uphold the law fairly, impartially, and in a manner that preserves public confidence in the courts. The confidence is called into question when a sitting judge publicly comments on an active death investigation involving her own son while identifying herself as a judge. There's Ashley right there with Warren. Warren thought he was slick in that interview with Officer Grace Batum Tatum. Warren thought he had food.
Officer Tatum is a disgust. When a cop came in and built that woman's house and she was cooking, and they shot her in the back of the head, they shot her in the eye, in the head, and Officer Tatum said that was okay. Officer Tatum has lost his mind. You're not white, bro. You're black. You're a fatty. You're a black fatty. That's what you are. You're not white. And white people don't like you. Officer Tatum? You see what I'm saying? You will never be white. You're a black dude. What do you think? You're black. You're not white, bro. You trying to be like Uncle Ruckus, bro? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Man, I just can't stand this guy. I do not like Officer Tatum. I don't.
Officer Grace Batum Tatum. Warren thought he had fooled everybody. He thought he got away with something. Nah, Warren, we ain't buying it. He was way too calm. No emotions whatsoever. Something that psychotherapist Elliot
Like the chat, y'all. Like the chat.
pointed out on the show the other day. No emotions whatsoever. Warren, how you do that, man? I'm sure that Warren thought that he was doing something real cool. See, that's when that arrogance come in, man. It's like, look, man, we got this down. Look, you need to just say something to get this heat off our family. Now get on out there and say something, Warren. You got to say something. I don't want to say anything. No, well, you know what? I'll say something. They'll believe me because I'm white and we got money. They'll believe me. They'll believe me. A little too polished, Warren. It was just a little too polished. Just a little too polished. Emotionalist. I get it, fam, when people are nervous. Sometimes, that nervousness can cause a range of emotions, inconsistencies and all that kind of stuff, But there's just too many inconsistencies, man. There's too much. There's too much going on. Too much to say, too much to connect. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it whatsoever.
Man, come on now. It's crazy.
Not be able to with absolute
It's
certainty.
crazy, man. The way this stuff is, this gotta be. It's crazy because this man died for no reason, bro. Like, why did you die? Like, why did they kill him? You see what I'm saying? This thing is real, bro. This is a sad situation, you know. It's just something that I know. Let's see what TMZ got to say. Let's see what TMZ got to say about this. Somebody say, God bless everyone in the chat. And Trump can't run in 2028. Yeah, he can. He already made videos about it. You going to get the same result from any uprising today. If it sounds like a accident happened and it got out of control. It could have, but I don't think if the girl said on the audio, that he is Nolan dead or is he dead? Like, you can't make that up. Can't make that up.
Crump revealed the result. Nolan Wells' family held a news conference today, and their attorney Ben Crump revealed the results of the independent autopsy. Crump says that there was something on Nolan Wells' skull, his head, that revealed a possible injury, a possible head injury. This is more complicated than it seems. Crump said that it was the focal area of red discoloration in the soft tissue in the back of the head. And so that suggests, with red discoloration, that there might have been some sort of injury. Crump did not elaborate on that. Now, we should say, and we are not medical professionals, but WebMD talks about this, and we've actually seen this in other autopsies, where when a body is put on a slab, that can cause discoloration. That can cause the pooling of blood. Now, we don't know if that happened here, but we do know that this
I say this. What I think happened. I think that Nolan Wells and Warren Sapp, or Warren, one of the other young men, was fighting over a girl. I was fighting over a young female. And when they was fighting over the young female, they got into a fighting. Now, I would say by my intuition and by the spirit of God, of what I feel in my gut, is that the video that had came out of Nolan Wells arguing over his phone, because his friend Warren took his phone. And when his friend Warren took his phone, the reason why Warren took his phone is to look at the messages that he was probably feel like, hey, you were talking to my girl. You feel me? And then they got to a fight. Nolan was probably beating up Warren, and the other white guys beat him up, hit him in the back of the head, and killed him. Because when you hit somebody in the back of the head, they go unconscious. You hit them again, they dead. It can happen so easily. You hit somebody in the back of the head, hit them again, they're dead. So it could have been to the point where Nolan Wells was hit in the back of the head. Like the TMZ guy say, it was discoloration in the back of his skull. Let's keep going.
independent autopsy followed the official autopsy, where presumably Nolan Wells' body was put on a slab. So in terms of what caused this discoloration, this redness, Crump never elaborated. We certainly don't know, but there seem to be alternate theories here. Now, Crump said the cause and manner of death, according to this independent medical examiner, are still undetermined. He said there were problems conducting the autopsy, that the throat area had been removed, presumably by the medical examiner in the official autopsy, for some kind of further examination. And we have no idea what the official autopsy shows, because it has not yet been revealed. This is the independent autopsy that we're talking about. Crump says that the medical examiner for the independent autopsy, although he couldn't determine cause and manner of death.
All right, we're going to watch another video. I'm trying to get through this, y'all. My apologies. I'm trying to rush through this. but I was planning on making this live a little longer, at least to 7 something, because I've been on here since the 5 o'clock. So, but I'm pushing it for everybody, So because I'm not the type of person, I don't like to just take what people tell me. Nolan Wills could have probably drowned in the ocean. I'm not saying that it was blunt force trauma. I'm just talking about my intuitions and what I feel like of the audio that was played, because there was audio that was played of somebody saying that is he dead. You feel me? But why would you say that? Then the lady Vicky asked the question, and then he didn't want to answer. He said it was 7 people on the boat, but 6 people was living. I don't know. It's just something that is off to me. You see what I'm saying? Let's go.
Just to recap, he was an 18-year-old college
Stephen A.
football player from Ocean Springs, Mississippi.
Officer Tatum
July 4th, he
and Charles F.
traveled by
Coleman.
private boat to
Okay.
Hobart Island and
So we looking at Officer Tatum talking to Stephen A. Smith, and then they got Charles F. Coleman Jr. on here, and they about to have a serious debate. Hold up, let's see.
inhabited Barrier Island off the Mississippi coast. Wells was the only black person on the boat. Wells was last seen on the island around 3 p.m. His friends returned to the mainland without him. And as a result, ultimately, a couple of days later, he was found dead. Charles Coleman Jr., at this particular juncture, what's on your mind in terms of this case? What's missing? What are your thoughts?
Well, Stephen A., we just saw the family release their independent autopsy results yesterday, which were conducted by Dr. Roger Mitchell, who is the president of the National Medical Association. And those results were inconclusive. They were able to establish that Nolan Wells did not die by accident, that he did not die of natural causes, but at the same time that they were not able to establish that this was a homicide. In fact, those results established that it was not a homicide. Now, one important caveat to note is that the chief medical officer from the state of Mississippi, the sheriff's office, removed the throat from Nolan Wells' autopsy when their autopsy was conducted first. We have not heard the results of the state's autopsy.
His throat. Like, what are you doing?
We know that when Dr. Mitchell examined the body for the family, that the throat and other organs have been removed. So that your listeners understand, that's not abnormal. That is something that takes place normally during the case of an investigation and of an autopsy. So there's nothing that was wrong there. But at this point, Dr. Roger Mitchell, who did the independent autopsy from the family, has not been able to confirm any sense of foul play as of yet. That was undecided or undecisive. That does not mean that foul play may not have occurred. It just means that the autopsy that was conducted by the family did not show that conclusively. He saw some trauma some potential trauma to Nolan Wells' head. That was not something that he was able to explain as being the.
So they did see on the autopsy some trauma to his head. You feel me? This situation has gotten out of hand. You get what I'm saying? So this guy's saying exactly what's going on. Now we're gonna hear exactly what evil Officer Tatum have to say about this. He's an evil dude. just warning y'all. Hey, here you go.
Charles, your thoughts, your response to what Officer Tatum just said.
I don't necessarily know that.
And that was put out there. How did you come to the conclusion that something was misinformation? Explain that. Is it just according to their account or something else?
No. Initially, I knew it was hogwash because when Al Sharpton and them got on TV, they automatically made an inference to say, well, it was something that had to happen because these kids were white. It was one white kids with one black boy. I mean, that there's no evidence to project that unless you every white person.
So she said, what does it mean, potential trauma? Whether trauma or not, I don't understand. That's exactly what I'm saying. The person that did the autopsy, the people that did the autopsy said that could be a potential trauma. Now they saying new information just came out and said there was redness on the back of his skull, right? So you hit somebody in the back of the head with a pipe or any type of object, I guess when they die, your head, I guess your brain or something happened, the skull or something happened to the skull. You can see something like that. but allegedly they said that it could possibly be a homicide. That's what they're trying to say. You know, they haven't ruled out homicide yet, but Officer Tatum's trying to say that that's false. Now, everybody know Officer Tatum is the devil. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna listen to what this devil got to say.
Is nefarious in their dealings with black people, and so I thought that was suspicious on his face. And then they said that Nolan was the only black kid. He was not the only black kid. Many of his black friends were also at the island with him. So some of those things that started to come out, I knew that they were not being truthful about what happened.
Charles, your thoughts, your response to what Officer Tatum just said.
I don't necessarily know that the initial statements about Nolan being with some of his white friends is entirely afactual. I also don't know that it is a nefarious statement in as much as these are facts. He was with a number of different white boys, or a number of different boys who are white. I think that the problem with what Officer Tatum has just pointed out is that there is an underpinning of race when you're having a conversation.
And he don't even know. Officer Tatum don't know nothing. Bro, why are you trying to chime into something that you don't even know about? Why are you trying to chime into something that you don't even know about, bro? Like, you don't know nothing about nothing until somebody actually told you, gave you false information, and then you try to go on social media, try to ridicule Nolan Wells' mother. She just lost her son. You trying to ridicule her, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that, man. It's just something about this guy that's evil to me, and he gonna reap what he sowed. You reap what you sow every time. Man, bro, I don't like that.
The types of things that happen and have happened to black boys and black people in Mississippi, such that it cannot be summarily dismissed. I did not necessarily jump to any conclusion, but the history of what race relations have been in Mississippi and how we have not necessarily been safe has caused me to take a special look at this case. It doesn't mean that I'm accusing anyone of anything. It doesn't mean that I do not believe in finding the process. But at the same time, I am not going to ignore the facts, which you just pointed out. These are facts. He may have been with other black people, but we have seen the pictures, we have seen the photos. There were a number of people who were gathered out there.
Charles F. Coleman Jr. is talking about facts. He's saying to Officer Tatum, look, you can't argue against facts. We had Instagram pictures, TikTok pictures, Facebook pictures of the park. We had video of Nolan Wells mostly being around Caucasian individuals, which is, he said, was his best friends. We have indisputable evidence that Nolan Wells was with a lot of white individuals. We know that. Even though it might was spots of black people there, but it was majority of Nolan Wells was with his friends, which was 100% blacks. I mean, 100% whites, not blacks, whites. So Officer Tatum is trying to water this stuff down and trying to cover up for this family and try to make it as if it's nothing, bro. Because he's trying to please his followers and the people that his endorsement with Israel and all these different things like that. But at the end of the day, Officer Tatum is the devil in flesh. Facts. This man is the devil, bro.
For the July 4th holiday, but Nolan Wells was with 3 boys who happened to be white. Those are facts.
He was with, but the thing is that it's facts without context. He was with more than just 3 white boys. That's the problem. There was over 20, 30 kids that got on 3 boats, and they all went to the island together. They didn't just travel with Nolan and just these 3 boys. Many of the boys that they're accusing, including Warren, wasn't even on the boat with Nolan when Nolan went out to the island. So some of those things were mischaracterizations of what actually happened. And the thing is that I don't think it's fair to say, because history has shown in part that white people or black people have had injustices, that all of a sudden you project that into a new situation. Black people have done nefarious things to other black people. Does that mean that you automatically jump to saying, oh, black people must be wrong in this situation? Because he had his black friends there too, and why nobody's questioning them? Why nobody's saying, why did the black friends rescue him? What did the black kids
This man is a crazy dude, man.
They saw him last.
Fact, okay. He fight against facts. You have not even answered this man a question. Instagram, TikTok. He was with his friends. He was with Warren. The video. Why won't they say? Why won't they show the person picture of who the audio was, of who called the police or who called the Coast Guard or whoever called the police department? Why won't they show the face of that person? I truly believe that was Warren. But they won't say no names. They want to hide Warren so like he's the president or like a super agent or something. Like they want to hide him from public. But off the time, trying to defend his family, bro. Like I can't defend it. His wife is white. Yeah, his wife is white, and he get paid a lot of money to go against black people. He get paid a lot of money to stand against black innocent people that got shot by the cops. Black innocent people that has been shot in their own house. He was paid millions of dollars to go against them. And if he ever turn against them, he bite the hand that feed them. They gonna try to chop his head off, man. I'm not a sellout. I can't sell out to appease people. I just can't. Either you gonna rock with me, stand with me, or you just not. I don't want to have fake people around me. Either you gonna be on my hip, on my side. We be locked in arms together. We gonna go all the way together. We're gonna dot it, whatever the case may be. I'm not gonna be trying to appease and kiss up to nobody behind because I get a lot of money. These people, white people give me a lot of money, so I'm gonna kiss up to them. I'm not gonna be like that. Because if you start doing that, they gonna disrespect you every time. And they might eliminate you. You know what I'm saying? Facts.
When the white boys had left at 4:30. So I just think that the race should never be interjected. Nolan's friends told me, and they proved to me that they were really close to him and they were some of his best friends. They said Nolan would have been incredibly upset at the way people are framing his death and going after his friends with no evidence.
Let me pause that because I can't do the rest of that. Somebody say Dave Chappelle don't told y'all. Come on, if you got $1 billion, will you sell out? Absolutely not. I can't, bro. I just can't. I like my peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? If I was really after money, man, I would do everything I can to get money, chase money. You see what I'm saying? But I don't, because I know the Bible say that the rich man lifted up his eyes in the lake of fire. So I don't want to be the rich man lifting up my eyes in the lake of fire because of money. I can't take no money with me. You feel me? I can't take no money with me. When you die broke. You won't die with nothing. You want to take everything with you. You're going to be like King Tut and bury everything with you. You're going to bury your cars, your house, your clothes, your money. When you die, brothers and sisters, I don't care how much money you got in your bank account, you're dying with nothing. That means your soul going to be before God. When I get before God, I want to say, God, say, well done, my good and faithful servant. $1 billion, get $1 billion, what, to have depression and suicidal thoughts? You know how many people eliminate themselves because they got money? So money don't make you happy. Money don't make you rich. Rich in the spirit. It makes you more depressed. It makes you do things that you would not do. It makes you go against your morals. The Bible say the love of money is the root to all evil. Read your Bible. I'm a Bible reader. I'm a real individual. I don't just sell out because of money, likes on YouTube, memberships, and I don't even have memberships on my YouTube. I'm monetized and I don't have membership as of right now. I gotta pray about that. I wanna pray and ask God, hey, do you want me to have a membership? Because I want to let people know it's not about the money, man. It's about getting on this YouTube, letting the world know what's really going on. Because we are consistently at it. It's a spiritual warfare going on right now. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
Because numerous reports that I had read was talking about how he was the only black kid there. He was a black kid with a few white boys. And you articulating that fact is very, very important. I think that's important and fair to point out. But what do you say to folks that will ask this kind of question? He's on a boat. He's on an island. And According to numerous reports, he talked about staying behind and traveling back with a different set of company. Yet his car keys and his phone was left on the boat that he had traveled to those guys with. So what teenager do you know is saying he's staying someplace, but he's going to leave his car keys and his phone on the boat with the guys that he arrived at the island with? That does seem a bit suspicious, particularly when the guy's mother, Nolan Wells' mother, had to use some app to locate the phone, and it was something that wasn't given back. These are reports. I'm not pretending to know, Officer Tatum. These are what the report said. What do you say to that?
And this is where I feel like Benjamin Crump and them should be sued for them putting out this information without facts. Let me point the facts out. Without context, it sounds bizarre. But when you put it in the context that a lot of people left their phones on the boat that left. Many kids came to get their phone after they left the lake. Nolan was with a girl. It's not shocking that Nolan would have said, hey, man, you guys had to leave, because they had to leave in an emergency situation. It wasn't like they had time to prep and everything. The boat was sinking, so they had to go. And they told Nolan, get on the boat. Get on the effing boat, man. Let's go. And he like, nah.
You dummy. Caught you in your lie. We all heard the audio of the girl saying, "Is he dead, Nolan?" Officer Tatum, you just got caught in your lie again, dummy. He talking about they was in an emergency situation. They had to get off the island. Officer Tatum, I heard the audio, brother. The girl in the background said, "Is he dead, Nolan?" Question mark. Caught you in your lie. Let's see more lies that you got to say that I'm not listening to.
And this is where I feel like Benjamin Crump and them should be sued for them putting out this information without facts. Let me point the facts out. Without context, it sounds bizarre. But when you put it in the context that a lot of people left their phones on the boat that left. Many kids came to get their phone after they left the lake. Nolan was with a girl. It's not shocking that Nolan would have said, hey, man, you guys had to leave, because they had to leave in an emergency situation. It wasn't like they had time to prep and everything. The boat was sinking, so they had to go. And they told Nolan, get on the boat. Get on the effing boat, man. Let's go. And he like, no, I'm finna hang out with this girl. I saw evidence of that, and others who had sent messages that I read that said that they asked Nolan to go and he didn't want to go. Now, a lot of people left their phones on the boats because they're sitting in chest deep water, and it's a bunch of people out there. The reception is not very good, so most people did not have their phone with them. Now, the phone and the keys situation, people need to understand the context. Nolan never brought his keys with him because they were on a boat driving 7 miles out to an island. His keys had always been at the residence where his car was. So when the guys go back, they text Nolan's mother. This is where it ticks me off. They showed me a phone call where immediately the first phone call that was made concerning Nolan was Warren called Nolan's mom, and she hung up the phone the first time.
He keep lying, bro.
The second call, he told her, hey, Nolan haven't come back.
That's a lie from the pits of hell. Bro just lied. Nolan mother didn't. She was trying to call them to try to figure out where her son was at. She filed the missing person report through the Amber Alert. She filed the missing person report. What are you talking about? And then she was trying to reach them. She had to go to the house to get his phone. They would not talk to her. Now, after the fact, after she got his phone, maybe they try to reach out to her. But why would you try to reach out to her after the fact when she trying to look for her son when you was the last person with him? Come on now, like, bro, this man is disgusting. If any of y'all subscribe to this man, unsubscribe, cancel this man. Like, do you not see this man is not of God, bro? He talking about he's a Republican. He's of God. Bro, you're not of God, bro. You the devil. Let's keep going.
Then they called the Coast Guard. So his mother was very much aware that they had Nolan's phone. His mother did not have to track the phone through Life 360. His mother didn't come get the phone. Another parent of a black kid who was out there with Nolan came to get her son's phone and Nolan's phone. So why didn't Al Sharpton or any of them, ask these boys what happened, have them show evidence, and then present it to the public. And it's because I think they wanted the race bait instead of trying to find out what happened to Nolan.
Do you know that? Do you know that? Do you hold on, Charles? Hold on, Charles. Do you know whether or not Al Sharpton and those guys had asked to talk to the kids, and the kids refused to talk to them? Do you know if
No,
whether
they
this
told
is
me.
true to that?
They told me that they haven't heard anything from Al Sharpton or anybody that tried to contact them. This is what they told me. Now, they showed me messages where parents had communicated and reached out to Benjamin Crump, his team, and said, we would love to communicate with you guys. Any questions you have, we want to talk to you guys so you can get the context. Also, they messaged Nolan's mother multiple times about communicating and saying, hey, if you need anything, if you want to talk, we can give you the context of what happened. And nobody reached out to these boys. And I saw evidence of this, which is what frustrated me about this in the first place.
That's what I'm saying, man. This guy is just talking, don't have facts. You can't listen to what they tell you. You gotta research it for yourself. You gotta find out information for yourself. You just speaking from one side of the cheese. It's two sides of cheese. It's two sides of a story. Nolan Wells' mother's story is totally different what Officer Tatum just said, bro. Come on, man. This man is a dummy, man. And I don't understand why people support this dude.
Multiple times about communicating and saying, hey, if you need anything, if you want to talk, we can give you the context of what happened. And nobody reached out to these boys. And I saw evidence of this, which is what frustrated me about this in the first place.
Charles, floor is yours.
So here's the thing, Officer Tatum, we're not going to litigate the facts on here from one side of someone who's had an opportunity to talk to a sample size of people who were involved in this investigation. You and I know just as well that the real issue here is that the people who conducted the investigation, i.e. the Mississippi Sheriff's Department, who've talked to over 60 witnesses in this case, have not yet presented that case or their findings to a grand jury, and they've been extremely tight-lipped with respect to what they have found and what it is that they know. Where I'm going with this is, regardless of who you may have spoke to, who Benjamin Crump and Al Sharpton may have spoken to, what information they have had, we are all trying to piece this together. And so it is equally as unfair to present a certain set of facts as if this is the final context of things, when in reality, we don't know. What I will say about the overall situation is that for me, as a civil rights attorney, I am looking at this and I am saying that there needs to be a greater sense of transparency from the Sheriff's Department, because they are the ones who have spoken to most of the parties who have been involved in this case.
Didn't we just heard a video of Willie D, the YouTuber Willie D. He called the sheriff, he called the hotline, which was linked to the judge. And after the public found out about what the judge did, the judge linked the hotline to her phone number, her office phone number. And besides this, that the Republicans started to petition to get her out of office, because they said that if we do not get her out of office, she gonna tank everything. So they trying to get her out of office because she already tampered with evidence. Everything this man is saying is right. The civil rights attorney Charles F. Coleman Jr. Come on now, let's go.
They conducted over 60 witness interviews. They've done the toxicology report. They have the autopsy. So these are the people who are truly equipped from an information place to give the public the most accurate picture. So I am not calling what you're putting out misinformation, but what I am saying is that that is just an equally biased and slanted point of view in the opposite way, because it lacks the full context. So because of that, let me finish. It's disingenuous intellectually, number one, to dismiss the notion of race, because that is choosing to ignore the history in America that we have faced. Number two, it's equally disingenuous to play a whataboutism to try and substitute the notion of black on black crime, which is a complete misnomer as to why we should not focus, or at least note, I won't even say focus, at least note the color issues that are at play with respect to what
Pause.
Or might.
Listen, I get what he's trying to say. You feel me? I'm not playing a race card. I can't do that because I don't want to be found biased in the situation. Is race could be involved? Yes. Can race not be involved? Yes. But it's this stuff's still so fresh. We still in July. This happened July 4th. We still in the month of July. So it's so much evidence that gotta come forth. I cannot play the race card and say, hey, it was because black people. Or I can't say white. I can't say that. I just gotta stick to the facts. The facts is what the facts is. Now I can say this. The United States of America do have history of racism. The United States of America has been always was built upon slavery. Do you not understand that? This country, the United States of America, was built upon the blacks of sweats and the blood and the sacrifices of slaves, bro. And we just can't knock that. You see what I'm saying? Especially the South, Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, Florida, Texas, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina. All of these states was that was Confederate states. That's history. Like you can't, on the chat, y'all can't get mad because I'm really talking about history right now. The Mississippi was one of the biggest states of slavery. That was one of the worst places to be a slave during the 1800s and 1900s. That was the worst place you want to be a slave. Because Mississippi was the first one of the first states, either Louisiana or Mississippi was one of the first states to introduce slavery into the United States of America. So yes, Mississippi probably was one of the worst states you would go to be a slave because the laws they had set up was against the blacks. Now, can I say that this was not racism? I cannot say that. Can I say that this was racism? I cannot say that because we don't have enough evidence to actually say, hey, it was about race. All I can actually go on, if I do play the race card, would say that he was around black, he was around nothing but white people. And the system of Mississippi is primary Confederacy. So we know that Mississippi flag is Confederate. Let me say that again. Mississippi flag is Confederate. So we know that he died in Mississippi. We know that the judge, the Warren mother, literally Warren mother is a judge or stepmother, whatever the case may. Her mother's a judge. His mother's a judge. Plus, Nolan is with nothing but white people. Come on, bro. Like it's not rocket science. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit up here and play the race card. That's not what I'm trying to do. Now the lawyer, I feel like that, bro. Don't just come out and just play the race card, bro. Especially with Officer Tatum. You can't if you gonna argue with Officer Tatum, you don't play the race card with him. Just go straight off of facts. You can't fight facts. Now I have seen this man lose a lot of battles, but when you start trying to play the race card with different type of people, you're gonna lose, bro. Because I don't think that you should just step out and play the race card right away. Wait, get the evidence, and then once the evidence come back, and there was messages, there was trauma, anything, autopsy, and you got undisputable facts, you are able to make an ultimate decision of if this was a racism situation or not. That's all I'm trying to say.
Have happened to Nolan Wells. Again, not necessarily being accusatory. And it's just as disingenuous for you to go further and say, well, we must assume, or it seems like Crump and Sharpton and everyone else was projecting the notion of race. That may have been your interpretation, which I cannot necessarily argue with. But it is just as problematic for you to suggest the polar opposite of that when none of us have conducted this full investigation. You have a limited sample size. I have a limited sample size. The public has been wrought with misinformation. So for me, the real issue here is a lack of transparency from the sheriff's office to give the public a complete picture.
Well, let me tell you where I disagree with you fully. As a former police officer, and I was a PIO, I dealt with all of these things. The police department is not an injustice when you say there's a lack of communication or transparency. The police department cannot put this information out there when you still have suspects at large. If they go and release some of this information and show their hands of what they know and don't know, then
I agree with you
will
with that.
begin to destroy evidence. They'll start hiding.
Facts.
They'll start cleaning stuff. You
Facts.
don't want to give that information
Facts.
out to the public until you
Facts.
know for a fact that you've been able to communicate with every suspect that's out there.
Facts.
If you start putting out the autopsy prematurely,
Facts.
and it shows blunt force to the head,
Facts.
strangulation to the neck,
Facts.
and the people who have done this are going to make sure they hide the murder weapon.
even though I like him,
stories together.
I
It's
agree
like,
with
no,
what
no,
he
no,
just
no,
said.
I didn't hit him in the back of the head.
Like, as working in law enforcement, because I work for the government, right? So what he said is completely 100% right. You feel me? I'm actually going to get my degree in criminal justice. So, you know, thank you, Jesus. I'm going to get my degree in criminal justice to become a criminal. I'm not going to tell you what I'm about to become, but I'm actually studying on this type of stuff. I 100% would say that he telling the truth with that, because they can't just come out and say, "Hey, this happened, that happened." People's lives can be at stake here. You feel me? Mind you, we trying to get justice for this man. We not trying to go out there and hurt anybody, right? We don't want this cycle to continue, because just because you don't want to hurt nobody and kill, that's not what we trying to do. We trying to get justice. We trying to solve this situation. We ain't trying to create a problem, right? So Officer Tatum is pretty much saying, hey, the police department cannot. I was a police department. I was a PO. The police department can't just go out and just push out evidence when the victims and the suspects can be at large, and they can be, the suspect can be at large. They can change stories and stuff like that. You want to make sure you want to be, critique in what you say. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand doing. Pretty much what you're trying to say.
You don't want to project those things too prematurely. So there's no issue with transparency. And I'll say this: the reason that I'm talking about Al Sharpton is because the first thing that they said was that he was there with white boys. Therefore, there had to been something. And then it goes back historically. Some of them compared this to the young man.
I've heard very different messages from them when they have said we cannot assume that this is racist. But we cannot assume that it wasn't. So I'm
okay,
let
me jump in there.
Who's that, Charles? Hold on. Charles, who said that? Who said that?
Literally during his eulogy, Al Sharpton said, we cannot assume that this was racist, and he said, we can also not assume that it wasn't.
So that's exactly what I just said. You can't assume that this is about race. You can't not assume that it was not about race. Let me break this down. If it was completely about racism, okay, we got, say it was 4, 5, 6 Confederate conservatives was trying to go and kidnap Nolan Wells and then hid his body and they trying to cover it up. We can 100% say that it was about race. But when you got Nolan Wells and this man this is his friends, we cannot honestly say that this exactly was about race. It could have been about a girl. It could have been about a lot of things. I can't sit up here and say that this was about race 100%. You feel me? So what Jason, Charles F. Coleman Jr. was saying is that you can't say this is about race, or you cannot say this is about race. I truly believe it's bigger than race. You feel me? I don't want to just play the race card, but at the same time, it's the lawyer did kind of contradict himself a little bit, because he was just saying it was about race, and then he turned around and said it could be about race, it can't be about race. So if you're gonna say something, stick to what you got to say, bro. Don't change up, because say what you got to say, mean what you got to say. You feel me?
Take your time. Hold on, guys, take your time. Ain't nothing getting edited out. Don't worry about it. Trust me. All of it, I'm not editing a damn thing. Go ahead, officer.
Well, let me interject. When you are looking for justice for your child in a criminal case, meaning that somebody committed a crime against your child, why do you go out and get a civil rights attorney? These Benjamin Crump and them are known for going out these cases specifically in injustices against black people.
Let me try first.
Okay, go ahead.
No, that's fair. No, that's fair, Charles. Go ahead.
I'm a former prosecutor. I'm a civil rights attorney. Please understand how these things work. At the end of the day, when you're talking about quote-unquote justice, the first reason why you get someone like Benjamin Crump is because he's a person who has experience with wrongful death lawsuits.
Black people.
So it's not about black people. No,
it is. Benjamin don't represent white people.
Please talk about that is completely false. That is
Show me
completely
when was the
false.
last case he represented?
I'm
where
not
he
here to
supported
do your,
white people?
I'm not here to do your research for you.
But no, you the one said it. I'm telling you it didn't happen.
But Benjamin Crump has a long-standing career of supporting people of all races and ethnicities when it comes to the violation of their civil
Give
rights,
me one.
as well as personal injury. So please let me answer your question.
Go ahead.
The reason why you get a civil rights attorney is because, number one, Benjamin Crump has extensive experience when it comes to wrongful death suits. Number two, in this situation, it is possible that there may be an element that Nolan Wells' civil rights were violated and that something may have happened to him because of his color, which is why you get a civil rights attorney. And so that is the answer to your question.
It's about
As
color.
a former prosecutor, you let the police and the sheriff's office deal with the
Facts.
criminality.
I agree 100%. It's okay. We heard the 911 call that explains it all. Anything else is gaslighting in America. Facts. I've been on the live for like a long time. This, I think, the longest live I actually did. But besides that, I'm gonna end it by just my thoughts, and then I'm out of here, y'all. I would say this, like, I would tell everybody, do your research, stay safe. You feel me? Justice for Nolan Wells. You feel me? Justice for Nolan Wells. I'm gonna say a prayer for us, whether we agree to disagree. I'm gonna say a prayer for our safety and for us to be careful out in society. It's crazy out here. You need God. I don't care if you believe or not. You still need the God in your life to protect you from any type of evil. So I'm gonna pray before we get off this live. Before you even go anywhere, just let's pray and ask God to keep His hand over us and to protect us while we go out to our jobs, to school. School's about to start back. We want to we need prayer again. You feel me? I stand with prayer. So I'm gonna pray, Lord, right now in the name of Jesus. You see the live chat right now, Lord Jesus. You have your way, God, of doing things. You say if we ask in your name, you would do, God. Lord, you see the Nolan Wells situation. Our brother is no longer with us, God. His soul is out of his body. The soul is with you. You do exactly how you do with that soul. That's your soul. I ask that you protect that brother mother, Lord Jesus. I ask that you protect that brother father, Lord. Get us justice in this case, God. You are the God of gods and the King of kings. It's according to your will, Jesus. Lord, you see the people that's watching the chat, Lord. I ask that you protect, bless, keep. Lord, right in the name of Jesus, Lord, you see anybody that have any discrepancies, Lord Jesus, help them understand, God. Lord, give them an understanding. Lord, you the God of all understanding. Lord, give them an understanding that they understand that things happen like this, Lord Jesus, in life. Lord, we ask for your protection, Lord Jesus. Please protect us while we go on these roads, Lord, while we in these schools, Lord Jesus, while we at the stores. You know how demonic it is out here in the streets, Lord. Lord, right in the name of Jesus, we ask in your name, by the blood of your name, Lord, that you would do these miracles in our life, Lord Jesus. If we going through any heartache and pain, Lord, financial problems, Lord Jesus, we ask that you open these doors, God. Lord, give us a person the truth, Lord Jesus. You say that if you seek, you shall find. If you knock, the door should be open. God, we ask in your name that you protect, Lord Jesus, and bless and protect our minds from any corrupt thing. Lord, right in the name of Jesus, open our hearts up with love, Lord. Let the love of God come in each and everybody's soul. Lord, we don't want nobody to die and lose their soul, Lord Jesus. Life is too short, Lord, and too precious, God, to lose. Lord, we ask in your name that you protect us from any evil thing. I decree and I declare it will be done in your name, Jesus. We pray, amen. Hey, y'all be blessed. Peace.